What's going on, everybody? I am back. I'm going to talk about some of the favorite pack pulled cards that I've. Now, most of these have happened in the last year, but some of them happened a little bit further back. We're going to talk a little bit about them today. I've got some pretty cool stuff here. Some of these I've held on to for several years, and anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, first card I'm going to talk about is a card that I pulled when I was at a Walmart going through the clearance bins back in late 2018. And there was a guy by the name of Josh Allen. And Josh Allen was in a Donruss Fat Pack that I got for clearance at a Walmart right around Christmas time. Now, back in 2018, cards weren't quite as popular as they are now, but I've held on to this card ever since. As it turns out, Josh Allen's pretty good at football. So I'll probably hold on to this card for quite a while. I don't see any reason to sell this card right now. And yes, I can always buy it back, sure. But this is kind of a card that sort of got me back into at least kind of thinking about cards again and kind of brought me back to my childhood. So there we go, 2018 rookie Josh Allen from Donruss. That is card number 1. Second favorite card that I've pack pulled is fairly recent. This one I showed on a previous video. Kind of showed the reveal from the Topps redemption, and it is a Ronald Acuna Jr. on-card auto out of Topps Archive Snapshots. Now this card was one that I did not get on camera when I pulled it. Now obviously I didn't pull this card, I pulled the redemption, but turned that into Topps pretty quickly, got this back within a couple weeks, and found out that it was hand numbered 49 out of 50 on the back of the card. Ronald Acuna Jr. is obviously a very good up-and-coming player in Major League Baseball. He was injured last year, but now he's coming back next month. I am going to hold on to this card as well. I see no reason to sell this card right now or anytime soon. I can always, like I said with the Josh Allen card, sell it and buy it back. That's probably a good, smart decision. But the card has meaning to me, so I'm going to hold on to it. My next card, actually my next 3 cards are of the same player. These cards all came from 2021 baseball. Each one has a little bit of a different story with it. So the first one here that I'm going to show you is actually the one that I will probably care about the least, which has probably the least meaningful story with it. But it is a Aqua Wave from Topps Chrome 2021. It is Cabrian Hayes. Now, for those who don't know, obviously Cabrian Hayes plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates, but the Pittsburgh Pirates affiliate is the Indianapolis Indians, which I live here in Fishers, Indiana, which is not too far from Indianapolis. Victory Field, where he played his AAA ball, is right down the street from my work. So I pulled this out of a blaster box. The first wave of blasters that came from the Target.com drops back in the mid-summertime, 2021. Pulled this Aqua Wave, numbered 95 out of 199. Held on to it ever since. Could have sold it, but card had sort of meaning with me. Not necessarily on its own, but mostly because there were a couple other cards that I'd pulled previously that I thought were pretty cool, and I've hung on to them too. So we're going to cover them next. The next card is the same player. It's Cabrian Hayes again. And this is a Meyer Purple. These Meyer Purple parallels are only exclusive to Meyer stores, which I think there are 255 locations nationwide, mostly in the Midwest, but some kind of stretching further out into like Pennsylvania, Iowa, places like that. Who knows, maybe someday it'll be a nationwide chain. It's kind of like a Walmart, but the cool thing about Meyer is that every year for Series 1 and Series 2 baseball, they have these things called blister packs, which is basically a single pack of card with one purple parallel. As you can see here, a purple border. Every year is a little different in terms of how the purple card presents itself, but you get one purple parallel per pack, and every year you're chasing after the good rookies. Well, in this case, Cabrian Hayes. The next card I'm going to show you, I had already previously pulled, and then I found out that the Meyer Purples were available, so I went hunting after those shortly thereafter. And in the 3 stores that I picked up Meyer Purples from, I managed to pull this card out of one of the packs, and I've held on to it ever since. It is a fairly well-centered card. Many times these cards have kind of dinged up corners, or the edging isn't very good because the cards are loose in the actual blister pack. They're not actually in the Topps pack. But this one looks pretty good. I don't see any white necessarily along the edges. I sleeved it up immediately. It looks pretty centered. Not numbered or anything, but my guess is, based on the number of Meyer stores and how many packs they've released, and that was 1 purple per pack, I believe there are probably a total of maybe 70 to 100 of these purple cards in existence of Cabrian Hayes. So maybe someday I'll get that graded. Hopefully it will get a PSA 9 or a PSA 10. If it gets a PSA 10, it will be a very rare card, and that will definitely be something that I will kind of hold on to and see how his career plays out, at least for the first couple of years here. So the last card that we're going to talk about in this particular video is probably one of my favorite pack pulls of all time. Last summer when Series 2 came out, this was a Father's Day gift from my wife. She went to my local LCS, got a hobby box of Series 2 because I said I really want to open a Series 2 hobby box. I felt like the rookie class in Series 2 was better than the rookie class in Series 1, and so having a chance to get it on release day was pretty fun. She brought the box home, and little did I know that the box that she picked was damaged. One side of the box, if you don't know the Topps format for the jumbo hobby boxes, you got 10 packs, 46 cards per pack, 5 down one side, 5 down the other side in a very kind of rectangular, squarish box. And in one side of the packs, there was a crushed corner of the box, looked like it had been dropped or something like that. And virtually all the cards were damaged on the corners. And I was just kind of really down on the luck that I had, thinking, oh gosh, if something good comes out of this box, it's going to be damaged, it's going to be totally worthless. Well, those 5 packs were gone. I opened them. Plenty of dinged corners, some of them on some decent cards, but the good thing is I've made up for that with some regular Series 2, was able to kind of overcome that little bit of adversity. I'm going to put the stand here right in the middle for this next card reveal. So anyway, going down the other half of the box, got 5 packs, 46 cards. I find my auto, it was Max Muncy, nothing special. I found my relic, it was Luke Voigt, nothing special. And I get down to the last pack and I notice that it has our manufactured relic in it. Well, I'm going down the pack, revealing to the center of the pack, that's usually where they put the good stuff, and I see an upside down card. And I slowly reveal the card, right? And I see Pirates. And I thought, wow, wouldn't that be something if Pirates was Cabrian Hayes? He's a rookie. That would be cool. Maybe it's a gold. You never know. Maybe it's a parallel. Who knows? Well, I reveal the card and I see Cabrian Hayes, right? As you can see there, Cabrian Hayes, card number 644 in Topps Series 2 from last year, but the card isn't numbered. So my immediate reaction is, it's a short print. Okay, cool. It's a short print. Well, as it turns out, the image of him batting is actually the super short print, which is the more rare of the short prints. So I pack pulled this from a Series 2 hobby box that I got on release day. Taking a quick look at the card, corner's very sharp, card has white edges, so it isn't really tough to grade the edges and the corners. The one thing that I did notice is the card is slightly off center, with this side being a little thinner than this side. I haven't exactly measured it with any tools or anything like that to see if it's perfectly centered as far as what PSA would consider a 10. I believe this card would at least get a 9, but the Cabrian Hayes Super Short Print is another card that I've hung on to as kind of one of my favorite pack pulls from last year and most recent history. So all I've got today is 5 cards. I'm not going to bore you with too many cards. We read it about 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a video. Hope you enjoyed those stories of how I ended up with these 5 cards. Obviously, you in your collection, you have 5 cards that you've pulled over the years, whether it be from a blaster box, a hanger box, a hobby box, in a break, wherever. You've obviously got some pretty rare pulls that you're pretty excited about. So hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see everybody next time.